Hello, my loves. We are done with chapter 13 now, so let's go through your assignments for what you need to get done for chapter 13 today. Okay, as always, there's a novel study layout if you ever need to pause it to look at it, but we should know by now we're on chapter 13, so we know what we're doing. Okay, so for chapter 13, here's your written response. You have a quote first, and then you're going to respond to the quote. So the quote from chapter 13 is, "In measured time, 47 days had passed since the crash. 42 days, he thought, since he had died and been born the new Brian." So after reading this quote from chapter 13, explain what you think it means. What does Brian mean by saying that he died and had been born again? So reread the quote if you need to, and explain to me in 5 sentences or more what Brian meant when he said that he had died and been born again. And just a reminder, you guys, because a lot of you guys are not doing this, it does say right here, copy down the question above. You don't have to copy down the quote necessarily for this one, but you do need to copy down these 2 questions at the end. There's 2 sentences. It has a statement and then a question after it. Those 2 things should be copied down, and then your response of 5 sentences or more should be written below it as part of your assignment that you turn in. So pause it here so you can write down those sentences before you move on to the vocabulary. Okay. So your new vocabulary, 6 words for this week. You guys know on the first chapter of the week, you copy down the vocab words and then find the dictionary definition either on the internet or in a dictionary of these 6 words. So we have punky, infuriating, exalted, rectify, vital, and streamlined. So those are your 6 words. Again, just like the last one, pause it here so you can make sure you write down these words correctly and you spell them correctly. It is going to be a lot harder to find the definitions of these words if you do not spell them correctly when you are looking for them. Okay, and then your last assignment for today, you are going to come up with new titles for Hatchet. So you're going to give our novel Hatchet 3 new titles. So you're going to come up with at least 3 titles, and after each title, explain the reason for the title you made with at least 1 complete sentence for your explanation. So here's an example. And you cannot use the example as one of your titles. You can have it be something about food, but you cannot use the exact title that I have here for example. So an example title that I came up with was The Fight for Food. And my explanation for why that's my new title is throughout the whole novel, Brian has to come up with different ways and strategies for catching and cooking his food. So I made it Fight for Food instead of Hatchet. So you guys need to come up with 3 of your own titles to rename Hatchet, and then a sentence for each of those titles explaining why you named it that. Okay? Okay, so just an overview today for your 3 assignments. You have your written response, your vocabulary definitions today, and then 3 new titles and explanations to go along with it. And then make sure, as always, each of these 3 assignments has its own folder on your dojo portfolio. So as soon as you get them done, make sure you take a picture and you get those turned in. And I will see you guys for chapter 14.